All right, today we're diving headfirst into the super vibrant, super high stakes world of major international art events. If you've ever wondered where the entire global art community gets together to decide what's next, well, you're about to find out.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think the Olympics of the art world would look like? I mean, seriously, picture it. These massive, citywide events that bring together the absolute best of the best from all over the globe. Well, guess what? They actually exist, and they're called biennales and triennales. So, okay, what's the actual difference between them? It really just boils down to two things: timing and focus. Let's break it down. First up, we've got the Biennale. The name itself is a pretty big clue, right? Bi means two. This is a huge international art exhibition that happens every 2 years, and its whole deal is focusing on what's happening right now in global contemporary art. We're talking the most cutting-edge work from artists all over the planet. And their reach is, truly global. You've got the legendary Venice Biennale, which is the oldest and maybe the most prestigious. It started way back in 1895. But then you also have these absolutely vital platforms like the Dakar Biennale in Senegal, which has become the premier place to see contemporary African art. When these events are on, the host cities just completely transform into the center of the art universe. Then you have the triennial. And again, as the name kind of gives away, this one happens every 3 years. Now, while it definitely still features art, triennials often have a broader scope. They tend to bring in design, architecture, and even technological innovation, really exploring how all these creative fields mash up and shape our future. These are also held in major creative hubs around the world. The Milan Triennale, for instance, is an absolute powerhouse for setting global trends in design and architecture. And you've got events in places like Yokohama, Paris, and Bruges that also pull in these huge international crowds, each one with its own unique flavor. So, to put it really simply, biennales are every 2 years and they're laser focused on contemporary art. Triennales, every 3 years, and they often have a wider lens that includes design and architecture. The timing and the focus are different, but believe me, the cultural impact of both is just immense. So now that we know what they are, let's get into the why. Why do all the artists, curators, collectors, and critics flock to these things? Well, it's because they are so much more than just another exhibition. They're career-making, culture-shaping powerhouses. Look, for an artist, getting selected is an absolute game changer. It kicks off with incredible global exposure, putting their work right in front of the world's top curators and collectors. That exposure can launch a career, leading to gallery representation, sales, the whole shebang. But it's also about cultural exchange. It's a chance to be part of a global dialogue. And ultimately, being in one gives you this huge amount of professional recognition. It's a powerful stamp of approval from the art world establishment. So for any of you artists or curators listening right now, this probably brings up a big question. How do you actually get your work onto one of these global stages? I know it might seem like this impossible dream, but there are actually some pretty clear pathways. Here are the 3 main steps. First, many of the pavilions or curated sections have open calls where you can submit your portfolio directly. Second, start applying for other prestigious exhibitions. That's how you get on the radar of the curators who pick artists for these huge events. And third, and this one is absolutely crucial, network internationally. Go to art fairs, connect with gallerists, build those relationships. Because the art world, like any industry, is built on connections. So as we start to wrap this up, let's just bring it all together. From Venice to Dakar, from Milan to Yokohama, these incredible events really are the pulse of the international art scene. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Biennales and triennales are not just passive showcases. They're active, dynamic platforms. They define careers, they shape artistic trends, and they serve as these absolutely vital hubs for global cultural conversation. They're where the dialogue about our world happens, visually. And that just leaves us with one final thought. Now that you know what they are and why they matter so much, which of these incredible global art events will you explore next? Whether you're an artist or an art lover, there's a whole world of creativity out there just waiting for you.